An Unconventional Threesome is a comedy podcast hosted by three rude, crude, and tattooed dudes. We tell you this so you can shield your children's eyes and cover their ears. If you don't, we're not responsible for the fun and exciting new words that they start using. Enjoy.
Welcome to the show, yeah, it's a blast. Turn the volume up, we got to laughs. Every joke's a hit, you'll have a fit. Sit back, relax, let's start this bit. Tuned in live from the internet's heart, where every word is a work of art. Comedy gold, it never gets old. Jump aboard, let the fun unfold.
Welcome to An Unconventional Threesome, a conversation podcast hosted by three dudes who have no business having a podcast. My name is John, and I didn't think of anything.
This is D-Money, and I didn't think of anything, but of course I brought the sex appeal.
Which is why he had to show up late chasing a two.
Do you guys remember a few episodes ago where I started out the show with some movie quote trivia for you guys and the viewers to amuse themselves with?
And I absolutely smoked Jay.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So I got a different kind of quiz show tonight. Did either of you work as a cashier at any point?
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay. So you'll know the situation. You know, you punch it into the computer, register how much the total is. They give you money and then like, oh, hey, let me give you X amount of dollars, change more to round up. Familiar concept?
Indeed,
Yes.
yes. Trickery.
Yes. So I have in front of me questions for rounding up to dollars, to cents.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He's investing at movies. Let's get his ass on math.
All right. So total comes to $11. You hand the cashier $16. How much change are you expecting back?
$5.
5. That one was easy.
All right. Yeah, I intentionally did this in such a way that it becomes increasingly more difficult.
Can't wait.
Next transaction, $18.50. You hand the cashier $53.50. How much are you expecting
This
back?
shit. 25, 24, 25.
How much?
Yeah. 25,
35.
24 and a half.
35. Jay's got it. Next transaction is $14.67. You hand them $15. What's the change?
33 cents.
Yeah, that one.
Yes. All right. That is 3-0, Jay.
I got the first one.
Yeah, 30 seconds after. Two more. Transaction comes to $28.36. You give the cashier $30.09. How much are you expecting back?
Giving them 9 cents.
$1.75.
Yes.
And this is why we have computers that do this math.
Yes, but you worked as a cashier, so they initially hand you a $20 bill and they're like, oh, hey, I have this. And then you've already hit the $20 button on the computer. You got to do the math. That's I'm trying to keep you sharp, buddy.
No, that's not what happened. No, what D does is hands him the money back, says keep the shit, goes outside and starts waving the sign around.
Yeah, no, I would, if they would do that, if it was something simple, like let's just say, they gave me an extra 50 cents or whatever, so I gave them $1 instead of 50, like if it was something simple like that, yeah, that's not an issue. But if it was actually something where I had to do actual math, I already put it in, my bad. And I got some attitude, but I'm not fucking doing math there because I can't do the math quickly, and I'm not going to stand there looking like a fucking idiot.
Oh, but you are. He goes outside. I'm supposed to be pushing carts.
They literally pay you money to do the math.
No, they pay me to sell shit and to ring people out, not
Which
do math.
involves...
That is what the
Which
computer
involves...
is for. Because they had stupid people like me fuck up doing math, and that's why they invented the computer to do it for them. I'm not doing that.
I feel like a job you'd be better suited for is telling people who are showing up for an interview that you're not interested and watching them walk out.
Listen,
That was the coolest shit ever.
that guy was sketchy. Everyone agreed with me.
First off, he was disagreeable, and that's not cool.
Jay is currently up 4-0. Final question, worth 5 points. Transaction comes to $1,523,436. I hand them my credit card and say, I would like to do the transaction in the amount of $1,600,000. What is the change or cash back that I should expect?
None, because it's a credit card, and that shit's getting declined either way.
That is 9 points for Jay. Declined.
I was saying it, but my mic was muted or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Fucking hell. Well, that was fun. Maybe one day you guys can put me through the ringer on this shit.
No, this is way more fun.
All right. So, welcome back, gentlemen. I hope your illnesses have resolved themselves. And I should say illnesses in quotes. I think you guys just didn't want to hang out with me.
We had the plague going through our house. My youngest woke up in the middle of the night saying he didn't feel good. I checked his temperature. I got a reading of 108.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So
brain damage starts at 104.
That's what I was thinking. So I was kind of hoping, because he was like with it. He wasn't drooling. So I'm like,
More than usual.
yeah, I'm assuming this thermometer is not accurate because I do feel like there would be some obvious symptoms of brain malfunction at 108.
Well, we are talking numbers. Did you have the wife double check for you? Because you might have just fucked up.
Yeah, we did. Come to find out, if you don't have fresh batteries and a temporal thermometer, they do throw off the number. But yes. Yeah, so he was sick for a while, had like a solid 103 temperature all night. Turns out he had flu, type A. 3 days later, as soon as he was starting to get better, my oldest started to get sick. Yeah, so that was a fun week.
Is them classifying the flu as like flu A, flu B, flu C, like something new? Because I've always just known it as the flu or influenza.
That's what I don't know. I've never heard of flu A, flu B, flu alphabet. Yeah, no. I always heard you have the flu, and that was it. But
Yeah.
2 letters and 2 numbers, like H1N1. Wasn't that bird flu?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
But
Swine flu.
Or swine flu, yeah.
my buddy, he ironically, I met with, so my youngest was sick on the Super Bowl. That's when he first started getting sick. And I met my buddy just to give him some cards that I wanted him to sell. And like, I literally handed him the cards and we both got into our separate cars. 2 days later, he tells me he's at the hospital because he can't keep anything down. He's puking. Come to find out, he had flu type A. So he vehemently blamed me for giving him the plague. I put the blame on my kid. He can talk with their mother. But yeah, no, I feel like it was just going around at that time.
All right. So other strains of H1N1 are endemic to pigs, swine influenza, and birds, avian influenza. So they are both H1N1.
Uh-huh.
The more you know.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah. So going back to the temperature thing that you had mentioned, I found out about the brain damage, quote unquote, thing at 104 because when I first had COVID, my temperature was like 104.2 or something like that. And I was texting my dad, who was an EMT, and he's like, holy shit, did you go to the hospital or take like anything for it? I'm like, no. And he's like, dude, you're like literally cooking your brain. And I'm like, oh. So my memory problems that I currently have and just randomly forgetting where I was in the middle of a sentence, I'm blaming on the fact that I cooked my goddamn brain for probably about 12 hours.
Yeah, that's not good. Why didn't you take something?
I don't know, because I try and avoid taking things as much as possible. I don't know.
Yeah, that is also a stupid excuse when my wife gives that to me.
Well, and I don't think I couldn't remember if it was ibuprofen or Tylenol that was used for fevers. And I really only have ibuprofen in the house for body aches. And I also have Aleve arthritis, which I don't know if that would have helped either.
Pretty sure both of them do.
Yeah, either Tylenol or ibuprofen would have done it.
Well, we're learning today. You feeling better, Jay?
I am. I
Good.
certainly didn't have a temperature of 137 or whatever the hell his offspring had, but I pretty much camped out on the couch for 2 days. So
Solid. Well, our first question of the evening: what small thing or gesture makes you really happy? Mine is a pan of lasagna.
Mm.
leftovers when it's more than just my portion. So like if, for example, tonight we went out and it would have been the half the pizza and half of the appetizer. Tomorrow morning, when I'm told you can have the leftover appetizer,
Yeah.
there it is.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say,
When my kids say I love you, Daddy.
ew, no, no. um, honestly, you know what it is? When I wake up in the middle of the night, I check my phone, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I can actually go back to sleep and have a good amount of time before I have to wake up again.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you though, when your kids say they love you, are you at a point that you're like, you assholes are old enough to pay a bill? So friggin' prove it.
Not yet. I can't talk too much shit because was it last night? The last night or the night before, I was scrolling on Facebook in bed. My wife and I, we were watching some kind of show. And I was scrolling on Facebook and it had like so many years ago, like a fuck, what is it called?
Memories.
Yeah, and it was of my oldest, but when he was like less than a year old, and I fucking started crying.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because while we were waiting, or while I was waiting for all of you to join, I was going through my phone and checking screenshots and deleting stuff because I'm trying to clear up room on my phone for no particular reason. And I found a screenshot that I had taken at some point of a Facebook post that you made. There's, I can't remember how it went, but there's a lot of things in life that I regret, but becoming a dad is not one of them or something like that. And I'm like, fucking ew.
Emotions.
Don't make me feel feelings, you bastard.
Yeah, they're pretty all right. I say that now because they're silent.
When they're awake, they're little fuckers. I hear you.
Yeah, wait till we're halfway through this episode and we get the hang on a second and you come back 3 hours later.
Yeah, fingers crossed that doesn't happen.
What was your answer, D?
When I wake up in the middle of the night and I have a lot more time to sleep.
That's what it was. Yeah, usually when I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning now, it's hit the head. Not loving this getting old thing.
So what's your cutoff point though, guys? As far as the time goes, where's your cutoff for fuck it, I'm just staying awake?
My first alarm goes off at 4:45. Second one goes off at 5. And then my wife has one as an emergency set to 6. So my cutoff time is probably about 4:30.
Gross. I would say like if I have 30 minutes or more, I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah, so I'm the weirdo. If I have under 2 hours, I say hell with it and get up.
That's insane. That's insane.
So like this morning, I got up because I was sneezing for some freaking reason. I rolled over. It's 4 o'clock. I said, oh, I guess I'm getting up now. and I went downstairs and I started doing kitchen stuff. And then by the time I knew it, it was like 5:30, and I'm normally up by 6.
Well, it's funny.
So-
Last week, I think it was last week, I woke up randomly at like 3:00, 3:30 in the morning. Could not fall back to sleep to save my fucking life in bed. So I come downstairs, lay down on the couch, get a little blankie up on me, turn the TV on, and I'm out within like 10 minutes. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. I don't get it.
I've been doing pre-sleeping, I call it. So not tonight, obviously, but there's been a few times. Yeah, a nap at a weird time. So like, you know how sometimes you're like, well, if I sleep more now, I won't sleep later. Well, I think I've solved that problem because if I'm going to go to bed at like 9:30 and I start to nod off and take a nap at 7:15, I'm probably just going to keep sleeping. So I've gotten to a point recently that it's like, all right, I'm going to pre-sleep for an hour and a half on the couch. And when it's time to go to bed, I'm going to go to bed and keep sleeping anyway.
One of these days, you're just going to fall asleep on the couch and you'll wake up in bed and your wife will have carried you up to bed like a child.
I swear to God, if that ever happens, I'm going to be afraid of her. That
should be pretty great.
How did I get up here? I carried you. Really? You did?
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Okay.
Do you ever, like, you're coming back from, I remember distinctly as a kid, like coming back from Chuck E. Cheese because it was like an hour away, but you pretend to be asleep in the car so your parents would have to carry you inside?
Still do that. The only issue is I drive everywhere, so it doesn't have that cute factor anymore.
Why?
Oh, dear God. Your poor mother. You're the size of a baby hippo. I'm not throwing my back out again. Wake up and go in the house.
But why was it? It must have been a comfort thing. I can't think of any other reason other than the fact I was a lazy piece of shit, but I know I'm not the only one that did that.
No, it's a very common thing.
Yeah, so it just must be a comfort thing. I don't know. I got no other rationalization behind it.
I think it was more of a, hey, I don't have to walk myself up. Someone else is going to carry my ass.
So kids are just lazy pieces of shit.
Yeah.
You can get on board with that. So as we all know, or should know, the Winter Olympics have just concluded. I believe the closing ceremonies were the other day. I don't know when. So that kind of gives you a preface to my answer. Did you watch any of the events, and what were your favorite events to watch?
Well, I'm a big fan. I don't want to say I'm a big fan. I am a fan every 4 years of curling.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah,
Bro.
I figured.
I don't know what it is. I don't care about curling any other time. But when that is on the Olympics, oh, I love that shit.
The controversy with Canada and them double touching the stone and da 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 da.
Fuck those maple motherfuckers.
Hey, be careful, man. You got stranded in that country and they took care of you.
Right?
No, the American government who let me back in.
Yeah, Canada was less than helpful, if we're going to be honest. I just had to re-listen to that episode.
I like all of it, man. I watched a ton of like the biathlon and the cross country stuff. All of like the big air, slope side, half pipe stuff where people are literally risking being quadriplegics. That's all impressive. So I watched a lot of that.
I really only watched curling because it was just on when I was able to access my television because I work for a living, and then I'm just busy on the weekends. So anytime I would pop on, either it wasn't being streamed or it was curling. I caught some of like the big air ski, some of the half pipe with snowboards, but it was minimal amounts. With curling, I can fucking just tune out for 45 minutes and really not miss much. So that's kind of why I enjoy watching that one more.
Yeah, curling. I don't know. That shit is so much fun to me.
You know, they have it in our area if you guys ever wanted to create unconventional curling team.
I want to, but then I've seen people try it on TikTok, and it looks so much harder than I thought.
I actually watched a fairly extensive video on the evolution of the brooms that they use and how were they, when they first started, they were like legitimately using brooms to sweep the ice. It was fascinating. And then there was all the controversy with the technologies involved with the brooms and oh, this one's got a different style grit. And it was eventually the Olympic committee had to step in and say, yeah, these ones are allowed, these ones aren't, because there were really basically no rules.
Yeah, I say I'm a big or not a big fan, but I'm a fan. I still don't understand how the scoring works.
Nobody does, D.
How do you not understand how the scoring works? That's the easiest part.
You push a rock and you yell, and somebody sniffers in front of you, and it lands where it does.
Yeah. John, tell me. How does the
You got to get the rocks on the button in the house, right?
Right. So you have the house, which are multiple rings, correct? You're with me so far?
Yep.
So the closest stone to that center point gets 1 point. If another one of your stones is closer than the opponent's nearest stone to that center point, you then get 2 points. If 3 stones are closer than the opponent's closest stone, you get 3 points. You see where I'm going with this?
I do. It's making more sense now.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just basically all on position, and points stop accruing once you've hit the opponent's closest stone, or your stone if the opponent's closer, whatever it may be. But I think they have power plays, and I could have sworn I saw something about a power play at one point. That I have no fucking idea. Power.
It's always better to have the hammer. We know that.
Yes, the hammer is basically you're the home team and you get the last shot.
Yeah, see, I just know that they throw it down there and people go, sweep, sweep. And Canada's a bunch of cheaters. That's all.
Like,
that's also
what are they really going to do otherwise? It's like, sweep, sweep. What am I going to do? Kick the fucking thing? Okay.
That's true.
Dude, I was watching some videos of like amateurs doing curling and watching them kick the stones, slip and fall. They lean too far over the broom and go head over heels over it, or they even snap the broom and just face plant into the ice. There's a lot more involved than we give it credit for.
I actually got aunt and an uncle that do curling around here.
No shit.
I have to take a gander at them sometime. I'm surprised they do because they're older than dirt. But it's like a broken hip waiting to happen.
Well, they get low. They get low on that.
Yeah, you got to be pretty limber. So, in mixed doubles curling, a power play is a strategic option used once per game by the team with the hammer to displace the pre-placed stones to the side of the sheet rather than the center. What the fuck does that mean?
Right. That's what I was saying.
Stones are the blocking ones that they'll put out on the center line.
Okay.
So that, for me, that means you give yourself a clear shot to the house/button.
Gotcha.
Pay attention, D. We're dropping pearls here.
I'm trying to keep up.
You taking notes? There will be a test on this next week.
Oh boy.
You fuckos want to go to the green room?
Let's go.
Woo, 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 woo.
Funny stories late at night. Every episode is a treat. Get ready for something sweet.
Guys want to talk about energy? Real energy and not that shaky, heart racing, crash an hour that you get with other energy drinks nonsense. This episode sponsored by Dubby. It's a gamer approved, podcast powered energy drink that keeps you locked in without the junk. No sugar, no calories, no artificial dyes, no crash. Dubby's loaded with clean caffeine, focus boosting ingredients, help you stay sharp while you're gaming, grinding at work,
Doing cashier math.
or we work at a strip club, recording a podcast, or just trying to survive Monday. I recently purchased the s'mores and got it in the mail, as well as the rainbow sherbet, which I have not tried yet, but I have tried the s'mores mixed with my chocolate protein powder. It is fucking amazing. So good. I am now relatively bummed that they are vaulting it, and what they have in stock is all that's ever going to be produced at this point in time, and it's not going to be a regular flavor. But MK and I had this talk on Monday, I think it was, because I just put a scoop into some of the oat juice that I had, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I feel weird just drinking 16 ounces of oat juice. I gotta add protein powder to it, so that's ultimately what I did, but still really good. So if you want to try Dubby for yourself, you can pop on over to Dubby, DUBBY.GG, and grab yourself some. And if you use promo code AUTPOD, AUTPOD, at checkout, you can save yourself at least 10% off on select items. It's most of the items. It's just some of their partnership ones that they're not able to discount.
No, when you were telling us about your s'mores combo there, it sounded stupid good. And I know I said it last time, but I would also recommend the Japanese soda flavor. It is delightful.
I think I confirmed I do have that one. I just haven't tried it yet. Currently working through Grandpa's Denture Water, which is also really good, and the Orange Creamsicle, which, by the way, I have a warning for everybody when it comes to Dubby. So my scoop for the Orange Creamsicle one must have gotten some moisture on it at some point. And so there was like this little flake of Dubby that had hardened into like candy. So I broke it off and I just popped it into my mouth. Orange Creamsicle, when you ingest just the powder, is really fucking sour for a solid 30 seconds, and MK can attest to this. I was contorting my face in ways I did not know it could contort, so 10 out of 10 don't recommend eating it. Definitely drink it.
Good to know.
So yeah, Dubby, be better. All right, let's get back to the bullshit.
Funny stories late at night. Every episode is a treat. Get ready for something sweet.
Boys, we're getting drafted into war. What position are you most qualified for?
Bottom. I mean, let's go. I don't know. Give me a not front line. How about the guy who just drives around?
So Uber?
Yeah, basically.
I'll be the air conditioning stateside supply dude. Thank you.
I'm going to be a corpse. I think that's what I'm most qualified for. Although I think so. I play a lot of, or not a lot, but I play video games, and I'm pretty much, I've never had the best reflexes or hand-eye coordination for close battle. I've always been a sniper type person in war games, so I think I do okay as a sniper. Sitting still for that long, though, or for extended periods of time, I should say, would fucking kill me, though. Give me a fidget spinner or something. I'm going to need something to do.
So here's a fact. Glad we're all sitting down. At this point, pretty sure all three of us are almost aged out of being drafted.
Yeah, the selective service, I think that ends at like 25 or something. When does active service end? 26. Damn it, so close.
And would any of us really pass the physical at this point? It would have to be like a Red Dawn scenario. Like, all right, here's your freaking pitchfork. Go ahead.
Okay, so Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Do you prefer the original or the remake?
Yes.
I honestly, I like the remake a little bit better than the original.
I think I'll have to watch the remake again to really be able to tell.
It's got Josh Peck and I think Thor, Chris Hemsworth. He played Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on.
He didn't pronounce his name that way, though.
No. He didn't. I did because I'm dumb. I get all the fucking Marvel Chris's. They fucking mixed up all the time.
You guys aren't gonna like my answer anyways, so I'm not saying it.
Oh, I know what your answer is. I
Yeah.
haven't seen either of those because
Yeah.
I'm too busy watching One Piece and touching myself.
Yeah, I knew that answer was
Hey.
coming.
Someone's gotta watch One Piece and touch myself.
It's not the kind of thing you can outsource, D.
No.
Fucking watch a movie every once in a while. I just watched Tommy Boy this past weekend. It's free on Tubi? One of them. It's fucking free. Watch it.
But then if I'm watching that, how can I watch my anime?
Put the anime on your phone and Tommy Boy on the fucking big screen.
That sounds like it might be a little overstimulating.
So MK gives me shit because I'll be. There was one weekend the local sports ball team was playing, and I do not like Chris Collinsworth at all. So I refused to listen to him. So I had the football game on the TV, a record going on the record player, and then I was watching a bidding stream to buy more vinyl on my phone. And she walked in and she's like, "Do you really need all of this?" Yes, I do.
Anything to drown out Collinsworth, man.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
But somehow has way more money than we will ever imagine. I honestly
Yeah.
believe he's the most universally hated sports commentator.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, it doesn't help that every 5 seconds he is
Sucking
trying
Mahomes'
to-
dick.
Oh my gosh, it's so fucking bad. You could be watching a game with the Texans and the Jets, and somehow he will bring up Mahomes.
He could be getting a prostate exam. We'll be like, you know what? Your index finger's a lot like Patrick Mahomes.
It's like the History Channel back in the early 2000s, where I kind of nicknamed it the Hitler Channel because everything was relating back to Hitler. And I haven't watched the History Channel in a long time, but they'd be doing, a piece on the Sahara Desert, and the Sahara Desert's got sand. Well, Hitler walked on sand, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a tough one. No, he wasn't a good guy.
No, he wasn't.
Collinsworth, yeah, no shit.
Do you think you guys could kill a baby Hitler?
Would you know it was Hitler? Or would it
Yes,
just
if
be
you
like
had
a
a time
random
machine,
hater?
if you had a time machine, could you go back and kill baby Hitler?
Or would you try and butterfly affect it?
Or could you just kill adult Hitler before he started doing Hitler stuff, so you're not actually killing a baby?
Teenage
Can
Hitler?
you imagine taking him out in like the most comedic way? Like putting a banana peel on the top of stairs
Or in his ass?
or in his ass.
At the top of
Germans
the
are probably
stairs.
into that.
I think... I don't know if I
I would have just let him go into art school, and then we'd have been fine, right?
Yeah, I think he was just all moody because he didn't get it into art school.
University of Phoenix for the Arts.
Yeah, exactly.
I do wonder, like, if you could try and butterfly affect it, just try and steer things in a different direction. But that's a huge gamble. Yeah, I could probably kill Hitler.
Yeah.
Kids don't do nothing for me anyways. Although I do struggle to kill the half-dead animals my cat decides to bring me. Well, maybe I could. I don't know. I'd have to be put in the situation. Someone go get me a baby.
Any volunteers that are listening?
Paint a funny mustache on it. I'm sorry.
This got very dark very fast. Yeah, I'm a soulless monster to begin with, so for me to say that,
I can't be held accountable for my actions, right? I'm sure the FBI is going to listen to this and I'm in trouble. At what distance do you not hold the door for somebody?
Any.
Dick.
So I'll give you the example here. So the other day, I was leaving a pizza restaurant holding pizza, and there was a couple of people walking in after me, and I tried to hold it with my foot, and I think I got an extra second out of it, and they acknowledged that effort, and that was fine. But I will say, not to get all sexist on you, there have been times in the last several years that I have tried to hold the door for somebody, and I was informed that just because they're a woman doesn't mean they can't open their own goddamn door. So at this point, I kind of just wave off and decide, all right, cool. I don't want to piss anyone off. I guess I'll just walk through and call it good.
I see how that could be a thing.
I have not had that interaction before.
I feel like that kind of shit only happens to me, John, but it did more than once.
Well, and I run into this situation a lot of there's a quote unquote entrance and an exit door, and you see someone coming out through the glass and you attempt to hold the door for them and then they just go out the other door. I've yet to find a solution for that problem. But
it was one of the best parts of COVID, though, because nobody wanted you to hold the door. You couldn't because of all the distance stuff. So it was like, nope, sorry, fucker.
I miss the one-way lanes in grocery stores, and no one followed the one-ways, but some people did, and it made it a little bit better of an experience.
Yeah, I remember I was at the grocery store and I was going down this aisle and this older lady, she was going down the wrong way and she saw me and immediately just turned around because it was, COVID times.
Well, and I remember at the grocery store, something would be like on the end of the aisle. So I would have to go all the way down and then come all the way. Fuck that. No, I would just like dip into it real quick and grab what I needed. And yeah, I got some sideways looks, but I almost made a mask at one point because you were required to wear those too. That said, if you're reading this, you're going the fucking wrong way. I didn't end up doing that, but I thought it would be pretty funny.
I think the most annoying thing was what I called chin breathers. They'd have the mask on, but it was only over their chin, so their mouth and their nose weren't covered.
Oh my gosh, those people, they're embarrassed.
And they park shitty too, D.
Oh, don't get me started. That's getting my blood boiling.
Let me raise a different question to you, because there were a fair amount of people that disagreed with the masking, which I don't disagree with, to be honest. Were they just simply putting the mask on to say, I have a mask on, you can't kick me out? Or were they just that dumb? And I know the answer is some of them were just that fucking dumb, but just throwing a different perspective on it.
Yeah, it could have been both. I wasn't really a fan of masking up either, but
Well, I had to make my own fucking masks because the N95 masks would not sit over my chin because of my gorgeous beard. So I had to make my own fucking mask that would go down around my beard and hold up that way.
I remember when that whole shit started and they were talking about masks. And I know the disposable blue ones
N95.
were being used a lot at first. No, not the N95s. Just like the regular blue ones that you get at a regular doctor's office.
Just the cheapos.
Right. And then, because my wife at the time she was working in a hospital, and so she was starting to get like the cloth ones, and they were cool. Like they look cool. And I'm like, oh man, I hope this doesn't go away before I can get my own mask. I'm a fucking idiot. That was the dumbest thing I could think.
Well, I remember I was buying a tapestry to hang up in my office, and this particular vendor was selling mystery cloth masks. and I bought one. It was like $6 or something like that. And it came in and it was a Rick and Morty one. And so I was like, cool, this is awesome. Put it on and it fucking was like yanking my ears off my head. So my wife ended up using it.
Yeah, I thought they were cool. The masks were, for about a week, and I said, "Oh, these are actually pretty stupid."
Why? Because you felt like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat?
No, that would have been sick.
No, the mask was to prevent you from getting sick.
I, I always got the air coming up next to my nose, and then it would just go into my eye. Like I was blowing air into my own eye.
Yeah, those were weird times.
Yeah, I don't recommend that.
And to sit here and think about how that shit's going to be in fucking history books is kind of mind-blowing to me.
It is. 'Cause like we lived through that shit.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. We read about World War II when we're in school in the history books, and now some generations further down the road are going to be reading about how we survived a global pandemic.
The fight for toilet paper in the United States.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, that was a nightmare. Never been so happy to regularly stockpile paper towels and toilet paper.
Yeah, that was crazy times. And I would say honestly, social media was one of the worst things about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Get right out of town. Social media was a negative.
True. Yeah. I know. Hard to believe.
Well, and I remember like restaurants are closed down, tattoo shops, like all these. I'm not going to say tattoo shops are a major industry, but restaurants are a major industry, and the shit's shut down, and they've now converted to go orders. And my MK and I like trying to order from them once a week to try and keep them afloat, and doing takeout and giving crazy fucking tips on takeout just to keep money flowing to them. I mean, I didn't hate it because I do love me some food, but it was just a completely different time.
It was.
And how long did I feel like restaurants were shut down for like 2 years. I know it's not the case, but it felt like for fucking ever before they would start allowing people.
Some of them were able to do it in stages where they did like they'd set up partitions and they'd only have like a third of their tables and stuff open.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the takeout lasted forever.
I think there's actually a restaurant in my town that still has the plexiglass dividers. I haven't been there in a while, but
well, they can get a plaque for the historical significance from the town.
It's in an old sock factory, so I mean, they're just operating in the olden times anyways.
I will say I did like the social distancing because people be way too fucking close to you at the grocery store.
It was this past weekend.
There's just no
MK and I were shopping. I was shockingly hungry for breakfast, and so we were planning on being out for a while. So I ran over to like the to-go counter and grabbed a couple yogurts and came back to the cart, and there was a woman standing literally like 2 feet behind the cart with her red basket to check out. And so I said, "Oh, excuse me." And she didn't move. So now I'm standing at the back of the cart. She's like a foot behind me. And I'm like, could you fucking back up a little bit? She didn't.
Yeah, I like to not be super nice about when people get too close. I'll look at them or say, "Man, I hate when people stand too close." But like you gotta have some social awareness.
I think that's pretty much gone at this point. Everybody's their own main character. Well, cool. I'm done.
Oh, well, hold on. We didn't even talk about what I brought up.
Well, we did talk about it, but you weren't here yet.
What the hell, guys?
Yeah. Talk about it.
Oh, anyways. All right. So, is there a show that maybe like your wives were watching and you didn't really have any intention on watching and you thought it was stupid, but then you slowly started to get intrigued by it?
No.
And like I know because for me there's been a couple, and the big
Bridgerton?
one is I fucking love Bridgerton.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's so good, guys. I don't care what anyone says. Bridgerton, oh, it's so good. Everyone should watch it.
No, I mean, I pretty much control the TV unless, I'm in here editing or playing video games. MK will pop on a movie or something like that. But I think it was Ash versus the Evil Dead that I started watching again for the umpteenth time because I fucking love that series. And I think it was the last time that I watched, she started to kind of get into it a little bit more than I expected and started asking questions about the lore and picking it apart just like I do. And so, I mean, there's certain things that I'll watch and series that I'll watch that she kind of gets into, but she doesn't really ask to take control of the TV when I'm home.
Yeah, mine just doesn't watch TV, like at all.
So she's like D with movies.
Correct. She is like me with movies. It's taken me the better part of 2 decades to get her caught up on not even the basic list of movies one should watch.
Speaking of that, I think it's time to watch Short Circuit again. God, I love that movie.
That was a very good one.
Johnny Five, stay alive.
D wouldn't know. Just take our word for it.
The hell was the gang name? Los Locos, Los Lobos, El Locos.
Yes.
Kick your ass. Los Lobos kick your face. Los Lobos kick your balls into outer space.
Yeah, the Wolves in Espanol.
So, what would that be? How to say the wolves in Spanish. Google's getting a workout tonight. Los Lobos, yay! So yeah, D, what were the other ones that you gotten into other than Bridgerton?
And we lost D.
No, I was talking with the mute on. That doesn't actually help the conversation.
Not usually.
It recently is something to do with Mormon wives.
The Milkmaid or Maid's Tale or Handmaid's Tale or
No. It's like a reality show.
Like the actual, the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives or something?
Something like that.
oh my fucking Christ.
But it is. I hate how much I'm actually invested in it.
I hate how much you're fucking invested in it.
You know, I texted my wife the other day. I said, if you want to watch your dumb show about Mormon wives, I guess I'm okay with that.
Oh, you disappoint me.
Sorry, I have a expansive palate.
Oh yeah, that's what we'll call it. Brainless TV. Mindless.
Hey, I love mindless shit.
We know.
Please see this podcast. Can we be done now?
Have we a catastrophe, John?
We do. Thank you all for joining us. Hope you enjoyed yourselves as much as we have. Don't forget about our sponsor, Dubby. Pop on over to their website, dubby.gg, and use code OPPOD at checkout to score yourself 10% off. Questions you want to submit, you can email them to us at, what's the email, D?
An unconventional podcast
Jesus
at
fucking
gmail.com.
Christ.
It's only been 14 months you quit.
And this is why I don't run the email. Nothing would get answered.
An unconventional threesome at gmail.com.
What did I say? An unconventional podcast?
You sure did, dumbass.
So I forgot one itsy bitsy part of it.
I don't think you forgot. I think you replaced. Dick.
Yeah, that also might be a thing.
But yeah, you can email us there, get to it, add us on Facebook, or send us a text through most streaming services. This week's Craigslist catastrophe. This one is tough because I found a treasure trove in my screenshots that I was clearing out of ones I had not put in the podcast folder. So now I got a fucking bunch of great ones, and I don't know what one to choose. Fuck it, I'm gonna do two. This first one is out of Mount Pocono, titled Looking for Bobby in Staten Island. Hello, looking for my old friend Bob. He's in his 60s, lives around the Great Kills area. I am Joey. And the next one, also out of the Mount Pocono area, titled Soul, S-O-L-E, Photo. Hey, interested in connecting with women who take care of their souls and toes and would be down to do a photo shoot, hang out, etc. Trying to build a decent portfolio and I need the prettiest toes in the area. Hit me up if you've done something similar or are an interested first timer. This is John. Dickhead's on mute again.
It is. This is Deep Money, and I have an email to send.
And this is Jay.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Fuck the government.
Podcast party time, grab a seat. Every listen feels so sweet. Tune in, tune out, laugh aloud. This podcast